Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into a beauty trend that promises amazing hair by using, well, volcanic ash. But the really fascinating story here isn't just about hair. It's about what this simple, natural ingredient shows us about the invisible chemicals that are all around us. I know, it sounds a little wild, right? But believe it or not, millions of people are turning to a special kind of clay, one that actually comes from volcanic ash, and making it a key part of their hair care routine. So what is this stuff? It's called bentonite clay, and it's this natural, mud-like substance that people are buzzing about because it's supposed to do two things really well. Add some serious moisture and, get this, pull toxins out of your hair and scalp. And making a hair mask out of it is super simple, like ridiculously easy. You're just taking the clay, mixing it with some warm water, and adding a little apple cider vinegar. You just stir it up into a paste, slap it on your hair, and hang out for a few minutes. That's it. So why go to all this trouble? Well, the list of promised benefits is pretty long. People who love it say it can do pretty much everything, from fighting frizz and repairing damage to calming down a dry scalp and making your hair super shiny. It's like a shampoo and a deep conditioner all rolled into one. Okay, so let's get into the science of how this works, because the real power of bentonite clay goes way beyond just making your hair look good. To really get it, we have to look at its other job, which is, surprisingly, in heavy industry. The magic here is a process called adsorption. And yeah, you heard me right, adsorption with a D. Instead of soaking things up like a sponge, it works more like a super powerful magnet. All those little impurities and toxins literally stick to the outer surface of the clay. And this is where my mind was kind of blown. That magnet effect, it's not just for pulling a little dirt out of your hair. It is so powerful that the exact same process is used for some major, heavy-duty industrial cleanup. I mean, we are talking serious industrial-grade stuff. This same clay is used to pull dangerous toxins out of animal feed, to literally clean up oil and chemical spills, and even to filter heavy metals out of wastewater. It's a legit environmental workhorse. Okay, so that raises a really important question, doesn't it? If this stuff is strong enough to handle an industrial spill, what in the world are people trying to pull out of their own hair and scalp? What toxins are we even dealing with here? And the answer, well, it's a little unsettling. It brings us to a huge problem with a group of invisible chemicals that have become a massive concern for our health and the environment. Meet PFAS. You might have heard them called by their nickname, forever chemicals. And they're called that for a very simple, very scary reason. They are incredibly tough and just don't break down. Not in the environment and not in our bodies. And here's the kicker. They are everywhere. I mean, literally everywhere. In nonstick pans, waterproof jackets, food packaging, and yep, even in a ton of cosmetics and shampoos. We're interacting with these things every single day, probably without even knowing it. And just to give you a sense of the scale of this problem, check out this number. One estimate puts the annual global cost of dealing with PFAS pollution, we're talking everything from healthcare to cleanup, at a mind-blowing $17.5 trillion. That is just a staggering figure. And of course, this isn't just about money. The health risks that have been linked to PFAS exposure are really, really serious. Studies have drawn connections to a whole range of conditions, including high cholesterol, thyroid disease, fertility issues, and even certain types of cancer. So you might be wondering, how do these chemicals even get from a product, like a shampoo, into your body? Well, the pathway might be closer than you think. It could be right on top of your head. It's so easy to forget this, but your scalp is skin. And while our skin does an amazing job protecting us, it's not a perfect impenetrable shield. It can, and it does, absorb substances it comes into contact with. And a few things can actually make it easier for chemicals to get through that barrier. For instance, a nice warm shower increases your skin's permeability, your hair follicles and oil glands can act like tiny little highways directly into your body. Even the size of the molecules in a product plays a big role. So when you put all of this information together, it kind of makes you want to take a second look at your daily routine, right? Are the products we use every day a source of beauty? Or could they be a hidden burden? You know, we're kind of caught in this push and pull. On one side, there's the allure of beauty. It's all about self-expression, confidence, feeling good. But on the other side, you have this potential burden, this constant low-level exposure to chemicals and the long-term health questions that come with it. And that uncertainty is exactly why some people are trying these simple little experiments at home. Now, to be clear, this is not a medical diagnosis or anything like that. It's more about trying to make the invisible visible, to get a sense for themselves of what might be building up in their hair over time. Really, if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's that we need a new appreciation for our scalp. It's not just some patch of skin that hair grows out of. It's a complex, dynamic part of our body that plays a huge role in our overall health and well-being. So, isn't it something? We started this whole journey with a simple, natural clay hair mask, and it led us all the way here, to a much bigger, more complicated question. In a world that's so saturated with these forever chemicals, what does the idea of natural beauty truly mean anymore? And what choices can we make to find it?